Okay, hello and welcome. Bridge Fundamentals. I'm going to do something a little bit different this video. I'm going to review 11 hands that I played a little bit earlier and comment about them. Bridge Fundamentals, actually at the fundamental level. So the reason I'd like to review these hands is because I was playing with a couple of new players, and there are plenty of learning opportunities here for everyone, at least for us, for us at the bridge fundamentals level. So here are the last 11 hands, and you can see we were piling up the imps for most of the time, and so we'll look at that and see what happened here. And pretty much it started right here. So this is the hand. I was west. My partner was east. I had a different partner too. North and south are at the recently joined to the bridge community at the bridge fundamentals level. So let's have a look and see what was going on here and see what we can learn. First hand, jump right in. North opens the bidding with one club. That looks quite reasonable to me. South comes back with one diamond. Yeah, I can understand that. And then we go to two hearts. So that's a jump shift. That's interesting. What do we got here? 8, 14 points. So no, we don't want to jump shift. We want to go to one heart. But whatever, two no trump from the south. And what is that? That's 9, 10, 11, right? If your partner's bidding hearts, then yeah, that king starts to become, that singleton king down here starts to become worth something. And yeah, probably they would have been better. Let's see. 8, 10, 14, 8, 10, 14, 15, really. So, it's hard to say they did good. I mean, it's not hard to say they did good. It's hard to say they could have done better. I see two no trump in the South +2. Begs the question, is 3 no trump on the board? I don't see where you would bid it, so I think they broke even. Probably some other tables ended up in 3 no trump, and you can see that. How might that have happened? We can look over the bids here a little bit, and basically South pushing the diamonds and North going long on 3 no trump with their points. So yeah, really, what do you want here? What do you see here? You see North bidding, South jumping. Anyway, let's move on. I think that's a pretty good hand for them. Could have gotten themselves up into 3 no trump, and probably should have, but they didn't blow it. So at a fundamental level, they ended up not a bad hand. This hand was there. They got a wonderful bunch of imps. Kind of a complicated hand. They got imps because our side, east west, could well have gotten a good hand here, except east didn't open with 11 points, and I didn't open even in the fourth chair with 9 points. I think it's a failure that I could have opened with 9 points, but we're getting a little beyond the fundamentals here. All right, North and South again. In here, I think they did well. Certainly the imps show they got 1.9 imps, so that's pretty well. What do we have here? One heart opened by South. 2 clubs by North. Now, 2 clubs, this is not a 2-club hand. I mean, it's a nice set of clubs, but it's only 4 points, and just go with the one no trump on this one. but nonetheless, it worked out well. You know, south strength and no big deal. After that, we started having some troubles. So here's an interesting hand. This is four hearts in the west, so they're defending. And defense shows they could limit us to four hearts plus one. And I was looking at this, and I remember there's definitely a learning lesson here. Let's have a look at this hand. All right. Whoops. Let's try that again. Alrighty. Close. Cancel. Can we see this? Yeah, maybe. So GIB, so the double dummy says, okay, anything but a heart lead can limit us to one trick. And let me play next. So we get this 9 of spades lead by North. I'm not so sure I agree with leading from that doubleton, but whatever. And that ends up as a trick from me. I come back around with a club, and I lead my Jack of Hearts. And let's see what we see here. In order to limit me to four hearts plus one, you have to cover the Jack with the King. All right, but what actually happened? Nope, didn't happen. So I finessed the King, and I finessed the 10, and I came back around and mucked around and took the King, yada yada yada. That's it right there. Don't, as a bridge at a fundamental level, right? What would have happened had we played the King? Ace comes out. All right, I play the Queen, and let me adjust my thing here. And now that 10 is good. So instead of losing all 3 heart tricks, you would have had 1 extra heart trick. And that would have limited us to 4 hearts plus 1. So let's go back over here. Set this back the way it was. And let's look at the next hand. All right, 1 no trump in the west. Again, that's us. Now there was room to set us or limit us to plus 1. So what happened there? Let's export it and have a look. And here it is, and here I have to do this again. As you can tell, I didn't prepare this video professionally, so too bad. Okay, you want to set us by 2. What makes sense here? All right, we're in 1 no trump. Set up your spades. Start on those spades right away. Leading past did I say spades? Set up those clubs right away. Apparently partner has good spades, and leading a spade will work, but it makes sense to start setting up those clubs. And what do we get here? A King. Perfect. Bang. And we have a King, and we take that Queen, and we're going around to the diamonds. We lose the finesse. Where are we? Are we still at -2? What does Jose do? And okay, leads the club back. Let's see, what does GIB say? Yeah, leading a 4 clubs is the thing to do. Next, next, next. And playing out those clubs. And we get a heart. Where does this heart come from? right? You've got 8 clubs, no more in dummy, right? 9, 10, 11. There's 2 more clubs out there. Why are we not finishing that up? All right. Play. Pick something. Right. Now you know that 9's good as well. So the queen and the 9 are both good. Play them. Right. And so on and so forth. What else we have here? Get rid of this heart. I think. Anyway, whatever. You get the idea. So no need to, when you have a good suit and you set it up and you can run it, set them, muck around. So very interesting kind of strange play there. All right, 5 diamonds. What we got to get back over to here. All right, next hand, 5 diamonds, lost a lot of imps here. And what does double dummy say? Double dummy says we can set them by 1. So not only is this our 5 why can't you be 5 clubs doubled down 1? So that's a pretty big loss. Other tables ended up 5 clubs down 1. So for north south, it looks like possibly hearts. But if you're not going to get the bid, you're not going to get the bid. Right? Us making 3 diamonds. Hard to even say. Let's have a look at the bidding thinking here. See what we can see. So 5 clubs. And we have south. We have pass by north. Right, 6 and 10, 11 pass. South opens 1 club on 8, 10, 14 iCard points. Right. Pass. North comes back with 1 heart. Right, very nice. No problem there. 2 diamonds, an interference bid. And by east with 1 point and 7 diamonds. Don't recommend that. I do not recommend that. South rebids those clubs. So we do have 6 clubs. Right, that makes sense. And west is like, well, you know what? Let's give them some grief here. And pushes on up to 3 diamonds. Right. In fact, as west, I've got a great hand. I just was not able really to do anything over a 1 club opening bid. So there's hidden strength over here in the west. Something you got to watch for. A good player is not necessarily going to open a good hand just because they got opening points. If there's no first and second bid there, sometimes it makes more sense to be a little quieter and come in later. Or support your partner, right? And here I'm supporting partner, 3 diamonds. North comes back with 4 clubs. So this is 4 clubs. Where does this come from? You've got 2 clubs. It's true. Okay, all right. South has rebid them, and you've got 2. You've got 8 altogether. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see it. It just didn't work out, did it? Right? It just got doubled and set by 1, and yeah, good try. Good try. I don't think it's hard to point to a mistake here. I don't think there's any particular reason other than I just snuck in a good hand there and a lot of clubs. The other thing too is instead of 3 diamonds, right? 4 clubs. Why not try 3 no trump? Do other tables end up in 3 no trump? Nobody else does, so that's kind of strange. And maybe 3 no trump was not in the cards there, but I'm surprised. Anyway, Let's go back here. All right, 2 hearts, plus 1, 5.4 imps. What is that about? So they should have set us. And let's have a look. I'll go back to that, export. Okay, here's the hand. And let's have a look. So I'm clicking this GIB button down here on the bottom. I don't know if you can see this mouse. There you go. Clicking this GIB button down at the bottom. So clicking that GIB button tells me with perfect vision, in other words, by seeing all 4 hands, what that tells me is what can be expected to make if this card is played at this time. So there's a lot of possibility for setting -1. Now what do we have here? What makes sense to lead? Well, 4th from the longest, strongest, 7 of spades. 7 of spades should be setting them. And let's have a look and see what actually happened. All right, ace of diamonds. So let's go back. Yeah, you don't throw those aces right away. In this case, they should still have set us, but didn't happen. Let's see what happens next. Next. Now what's going on here? Now we severely limited our ability to set us. And let's go back, because now you need a spade lead. Let's go back and play that 7. And what do we have here? Jack. And you take it with the high card and look at there. Bang. So you won the trick. You can clearly see. Where is it? 7 hearts in the east. So you can clearly see dummy is over here in the west. So you can clearly see dummy is out of spades. So you don't want to lead your spade back. What would be right? But look, no matter what she throws, look at there. You're going to set. It says you could set by -1, right? What makes sense to set here? Let's see. Not diamonds, not hearts. How about a club? All right. And all right. So now it still says I should still be down 1. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is 7 of spades lead, right, is a better lead because it's more able of setting -1. That's what I'm trying to say. We can go back over here, see what happened, and the 10 of diamonds, and the 10 of diamonds is the worst possible lead because now not only am I being not set by 1, but I'm making +1, which is what ended up happening, right? And so on and so forth. So there you go. As long as I don't blow, as long as East doesn't blow it, then we're good for +1. Makes sense to sit over here and draw a trump. And that's what happened. All right. So on and so forth. Anyway, yeah, just as a beginner, your opening lead should not be an ace. That's bridge fundamentals, and that's very fundamental. What happened here? 3, no trump, down 2. Well, let's see what happened. Let's look at this bidding. Whoops, let's fix this board again. So looking down here at the bottom, we have in the south opens 1 spade on 10 high card points and 5 spades. There's nothing special about this hand that makes you want to open 1 spade. This is a passable hand. Let's see what happened. 1 spade, 2 hearts. Yeah, 10, 11 points. Nice bid. 2 hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hearts. All right. South gives 2 no trump. North has 11 high card points, a whole bunch of spades, no club stopper. But it's hard to fault the 3 no trump response when your partner is showing you 12 or more high card points and is bidding no trump. So promising in effect a club stopper. However, partner had been lying, and we should be set by 1. Wasn't set by 1, was set by 2. Maybe we can go ahead and look at that while we're at it. Export, cancel, close. There's our cards. And let's have a quick look. So they are set by 1 no matter what West opens. I probably threw a low club. And, right, East takes it. Whoops. Next. Let's see what, right? All kinds of set by 1 in here. And next. And all kinds of set by 1 in there. Let's go back to that club. Take it with the queen. And let's see if that was the right move. And some of these hands can be complicated. Yeah, go ahead, take it with the queens. Okay. Now what do we have here? So set by 1 or set by 2. Set by 1 could be anything. Heart, just not a low club. So a diamond is good. Set up the diamonds. All right. And what do we have going on here still? All right. So now we have trouble with the diamonds. We have a bit of a tough hand here. Really, the lead I think should have been the 3 of hearts. It was another diamond. Another diamond turns out to be problematic. And the reason being is West has blocked access to those hearts. And that's why you don't want to lead that second diamond. Right? Look at those hearts. You've got to get to those hearts to make some tricks. And you've just thrown away your last entry to dummy. Complicated concept. So let us go back to that again. All right, so this is definitely a bridge fundamentals concept, definitely a difficult one to master and pay attention to, but something you've got to learn and work on. All right, and what am I talking about? Access to dummy. So south is declared, north becomes the dummy, right? And how am I going to get to those hearts? Only way to get to those hearts is through the diamonds, right? And why is that? Because I've only got 1 heart in the south. So I need to keep that in mind. So it makes sense to go through those clubs. It makes perfect sense to go ahead and set up a diamond here. Try to set up the diamonds. If that doesn't work, throwing another diamond destroys your access to dummy. Why is that? Because West can see that West has dummy covered as long as West doesn't throw away that ace of diamonds. So here we want to play the heart. Right, now I'm a bit stuck. Do I take the ace? Do I throw the jack? Well, I'm still trying to cover access. Right, now the jack is out, so the queen and the 10 are good behind the ace. Let's see what GIB says here. All right, so we need to throw a low heart. And we need to probably pitch something, anything, and a bad club will do. There it is. So that's 7. Right? 8, 9, 10. What did I miss there? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How come I'm only counting 12? What is going on here? Here we go. Next. Next. No. Here. I am so lost here. My apologies. Exit. Rewind. Right. Where's the hearts? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay. Well, North threw away a good heart. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's throw away the jack. Let's do something intelligent. I had no clue West had done that already. Or North, South had done that already. Anyway, so back to access to dummy, right? Rewind. Let's play this out. This, and this. Again, this is what had happened. And this is what had happened. And the queen we know is good. Now, are we going to throw a heart here? What sense does that make? Right? What good is this jack going to do us when the ace or the king get played? No good at all. All right, so let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's work on a diamond. All right, West is being stubborn, so we have to work on those hearts. 1, and what do we say here? We have to throw a low heart and get rid of the 9. There we go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And so we know there's only 2 more hearts out there. Right, and try as I might, I can't stop access through those diamonds. So what am I going to do here? Play my good jack. Anything will do. And now what? All right. I'm desperately going to hold on to those, so I'm going to try for this. Guess we have to lose a heart anyway. And I'm going to do this. All right. And there we go. That's good. That's good. All right. That's good. And we lose here. So 3 no trumps, down 1. Happens, right? Alrighty, but not down 2. So that's the point here. So watch your access to dummy. Okay, if you're still with me, congratulations. Let's see what else we can learn here. 3 diamonds by West, plus 1, 1.1 imps. Yeah, so it goes sometimes, right? The only way that would be different is if we let them get away on a cheaper bid. Or, maybe they could have pushed us up to 4 or something up there, but happens. My table. And what do we have here? 4 hearts. So 4 hearts says makes, so we did not make it. Let's have an export on that. And see what we see. I forgot to adjust my window, I think, so God only knows what you guys saw. I'm not going to muck around with it right now. Let me push that GIB button. Alright, let's do it this way. And do a little resize there. Alright, so 4 hearts. They're making, unless I throw a club, they're making plus 1. And this hand looks like I'm probably going to throw a club. Indeed. Next. Next. And take it with the 10, right? So we still have plus 1, not minus 1. So how do we do that in 4 hearts? Okay. Well, so leading a heart gives us made, and I would have played a heart here. Whoopsie. Next. Leading a diamond says +1. Okay. All right. Let's get over there and get over there with those diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And coming back for the diamond says +1. Okay. And what do we need to throw away here? Lose a club. A spade. Yeah, right. Lose a spade. Okay. And now we're playing the hearts. Let's, yeah, so even actually the diamonds, still going with those diamonds would have made sense. But we're throwing away a queen of heart, or we're playing a queen of heart. And that makes sense. All right. Here comes another heart, so we should still be making here. And no matter what we do, we should still be making. And a heart to the 10, and all the hearts are accounted for. And now what do we want to do? Work on those diamonds some more. I suspect we're going to see a spade. All right, so there's no more trumping. All right, but you've played what, 4 and 7, 10, 4 and 3, 7 diamonds, 8, 9, 10. So there's 3 more out there. And yeah, here comes a spade. So the spade, the queen wins, and that sets you by 1, because then the king is also good. So doing that some sort of finesse, right? Back to this jack. Yeah, that's not going to work. And what do we do here? Previous. Whoopsie. Previous. This says this says duck it. Not surprisingly there, but let's go back to here and play. Here comes the 10. Right, we only can trump this. And is that the right thing to do? Yeah, trump it. And there we go. Now we can play to that jack, right? Or we can play to the spade. Probably here. Right, drive out that king is what that does. It's kind of nice. Now what? Right, I could throw that diamond. The diamond's no good. I don't know what my partner has. I could probably do something like this. Club queen, there we go. Now what do I want to do? Get over to the spade, right? Or I could play this. Yeah, I could play the ace, doesn't matter. But I'm probably thinking get over to the spade. All right, so say it goes like this, and I don't want to play the 5. Probably don't know about the 9. It doesn't really matter what I play, does it, right? So let's give him a hard time here. And the ace. Right? There we go. And there it is, 10 tricks made. So was a little tricky making 11 out of that hand, but shouldn't have gone down by 1. And what's the lesson learned there? Right? you've got a long suit over here. You know, keep banging on it. All right. So you can come back, do a trump. Basically, if you want to do the finesse on the spades, you've got to finesse towards the king, right? Not come back, not try to finesse the jack, because then you lose the queen and the ace, and that's no good. So let's go back here. And last hand, all right, 8.7 imps. And what does double dummy say? Double dummy says that should have been made. And what about the other tables? Other tables, we got a couple 4 hearts made. And we have a couple of aggressive club bids that went bad. So I think 4 hearts is makeable. Let's see what happened, right? And back to this nonsense. Okay. Sorry, I was getting a little long here, but GIB. So I can see fourth from longest strongest, throwing a club, and the jack of clubs comes out for some unknown reason. Never understand partners doing that. I don't get that one. Why am I leading from the jack there? I just don't get that. Next, previous, I always just want to look at the GIB. It says it doesn't matter, but I just think they're lucky. So, ace, take that ace right away. Makes sense. You've only got a singleton. This is 4 hearts in the north. So there we go. All right, so I can see a 9. Okay. I'm not sure I understand why the 9 there, but whatever. The ace, good. So 7. And you've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 more out there. Queen 7. Not a comfortable situation at all. How do you handle this one? Right? Well, you do this the old, yeah, here's that. So you've got all kinds of spades, right? So your salvation is in that long suit. Now you're going to lose spades, but you're going to lose hearts anyway. The only way you're going to lose spades is to the hearts. Somebody's going to trump it. Yeah, but you should still be able to get over there once those trumps are made. It's also apparently fairly important to keep track of the idea that that 8 beats that 7. Now that I probably would have missed myself, right? But you want to watch, see, it's just a good lesson. Pay attention, especially in trump, to every card that's been played. So how do we play this? All right, we start doing this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and club, and no more. They're all good. Doesn't matter. Boom. So it's not important that the 8 beats the 7. All right. Now you should still be able to keep control of this. All right, let's take that club, but doesn't matter. And oh, I like that heart over there. Where are we here? Club, club. Now let's do it again. All right, now what? Am I going to leave it go? Am I going to take it with that queen? I know that queen's good. It's going to kill me to take it with the queen. All right. Except now I'm good over here too anyway. Now what? There we go. We're throwing away losers. Left and right here. All right, now what? All right, now let's do a diamond. Out comes that ace. Yeah. And now what? Doesn't matter. Right? Club. And boom. 4 takes it. All right. And finally the queen won her last trick, but it's too late. North-South has made their contract. So a tricky hand. What is the lesson here? The lesson here is by playing your long suit when you don't have trumps covered. So North did not have the trumps covered, right? It was 4-1. All right, let's go back and rewind. This is 4-1, very lopsided. You've got 8 hearts like you're supposed to, but you're facing 4-1 against the Queen Jack over here in the West. A very difficult situation. How do you manage that? You force West to play those hearts, right, on top of another suit, and that was the way to win this. All right, so instead we went ahead and just lost to the 7, and we lost 2 trump tricks, 2 trumps to that 7, whereas later on those 2 trumps would have been good tricks, right? By cross-ruffing, 1 on the diamond, 1 on the club, something like that, right? Whatever that turned out to be. So, yeah, there's a very, very fundamental bridge lesson. So there's a lot of really good instruction here, how to deal with difficult situations. And there were some difficult situations here. There was also, I think, a little bit of uncontrolled bidding, but mostly just novice play. And that's what this channel's about, just talking about novice play and helping people, struggling at that level to get better. Hopefully this was helpful, a bit long. Yeah, very long, but such a good opportunity. Take care now. I'm going to hang up and enjoy. Bye-bye. Good luck.